The Sadauda Karabal Jawara Moot competition is a flagship program of the National Human Rights Commission that targets undergraduate law students to argue human rights issues before a regional human rights court using African human rights mechanisms and norms. This year's event was held at the University of the Gambia Faculty of Law and was attended by the officials of the National Human Rights Commission, University of the Gambia, among others.
At gatherings like these, we reflect on the enduring legacy of the late President Sadauda Jawara, who left an indelible footprint on the arch of history and strongly supported the idea of a viable African human rights system that will respond to the emerging and enduring human rights challenges in the continent. Section 12 of the NHRC Act of 2017 requires the Commission to promote awareness and respect for human rights through conducting human rights education and studies in the Gambia. It is within this mandate that the NHRC designed a moot court competition to expose law students to human rights laws, practice and litigation in the Gambia and beyond.
The Dean of the Faculty of Law at the University of the Gambia spoke on the importance of the forum.
Now, the essence of this gathering, and I would like to recall the motto of the UTG, which is predicated on knowledge, truth, and development. And you will see this is basically the essence of any human existence. Now, this mutant competition is very important. In fact, in some climes, it is a prerequisite in law training. And so you cannot claim to be a law graduate if you have not gone through law clinic and mutant activities.
Emmanuel Daniel Juve, the chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, in his address to the gathering said that part of his commission's mandate is to promote awareness and respect for human rights through conducting human rights education and studies in the country.
The NHRC, in collaboration with the UTG and with the support of UNDP and the Swiss Embassy in Dakar, is happy to welcome you to mark the opening of the third edition of the Sadauda Kairaba Human Rights Moot Court Competition. You will be interested to know that the Moot Court competition, as was stated by our Deputy Executive Secretary, aligns with the general mandate of the National Human Rights Commission to promote and protect human rights. And as was rightly said, specifically Section 12, subsection E of our Establishment Act of 2017 requires that the Commission should promote awareness and respect for human rights through conducting human rights education and studies in the Gambia. It is therefore with this mandate that we have designed this moot court competition to expose the students to human rights law, practice, as was said, litigation in the Gambia and beyond. The Faculty of Law therefore provides a unique opportunity for the National Human Rights Commission to collaborate with the University of the Gambia to prepare and engage the emerging generation of legal practitioners and academics on current human rights and constitutional issues through a moot competition.
During his keynote address, Mr. Kim Bentar, the Director of Civil Litigation and International Law Department at the Ministry of Justice, highlighted some of the roles of lawyers in society.
Lawyers are also the gatekeepers when it comes to rule of law, be it in the courts or as human rights defenders and activists. You know, this is all exemplified by the case you're going to be arguing in the next days. Kunta Kinte, a country, post-dictatorial country, the victims are clamoring for their rights, and you have been given that burden to argue their case for them. That shows the role of lawyers in the transitional justice context. I know the Dean has said, let the best man win. I know the Chair has said, let the best man win. But I will say, let the victims win.
This year's Moot will have contestants from 12 African universities. They will compete in the preliminary rounds of the Moot competition. The competition is scheduled to take place from the 5th to the 10th of December 2022, with the final slated for December 10th, which coincides with the International Human Rights Day. Reporting for Kerr Fatou, I am Buba Gajigo.